What's up everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Noel Jinguli and I basically do shoe reviews here on this channel. So the shoe that I will be giving my review and my opinions today is the Adidas Gametalkers. I'm sure you've seen the shoe on the thumbnail itself, but before I get into that, let me just introduce you guys to the D Rose Englewood 3s. These are my favorite shoes to ever play in, and they were quite surprising because at first they didn't feature any tech at all and I didn't expect too much from them, but they were really fun to play in and I really liked playing in those. So you might be asking, why am I showing the D Rose models compared to the Gametalkers? Because I had the same expectations for the Gametalkers when I first saw them, and spoiler alert, they didn't live up to those expectations at all. So let me just get started with how the shoe looks on feet and in hand. To be honest, I'm not really sure why Adidas actually labeled these as basketball models, but I do see the inspiration of the design, because when you look at these compared to the Adidas forums, I'll try to put a picture anywhere here. You can see where Adidas got the design for the Gametalkers, and I guess I can say that they want to build a modern type of Adidas forums for people to enjoy playing in. Personally, I do like how these are really clean and how they look on feet, especially when I wear them casually to work or even going to the store or something. Because this is a basketball shoes, let's just move on to the performance aspect of the shoe. Starting with the materials, depending on the colorway that you get, these do feature different type of materials, and I have the leather version. Leather as in quotes, because only the toe cap is made out of a suede material. The rest of the upper is made out of synthetic that is made to only look like leather. At first glance, it did trick me and I thought that the whole shoe is made out of leather, but when I did put it on feet, it was really obvious that the whole shoe is made of synthetic. The material itself isn't that bad actually, because it is quite soft, but keep in mind when you are playing in these, you might experience some slight discomfort on your pinky toes, as the material did rub on my feet and it did cause some blisters and it was quite uncomfortable, to be honest. Other than the synthetic material, the tongue is made out of a mesh material, but that is where it all falls apart, because there is no ventilation at all from these Adidas Gametalkers, because the tongue is so thick, there's no airflow at all going into your feet, and after playing in them for a few minutes even, you do feel your feet start to heat up and you need to take them off to actually relieve the discomfort. So that's just one thing to keep in mind when you do plan on buying these and playing in them. Moving on to the fit, I went with size 8 UK and they fit quite snug. They did fit quite weird and uncomfortable, especially with that tongue that I mentioned, because of the inconsistency between the thickness of the tongue and the thickness of the rest of the upper. So that's just one thing to keep note. And then it is quite a narrow last that Adidas has implemented on the shoe. So if you do have wider feet, try going half a size up to actually feel comfortable in these. Lengthwise, they fit fine for me, but yeah, it's just really narrow and I kind of feel uncomfortable playing in shoes that are as narrow as these, which brings me to one of the worst things about this shoe, which is the support itself. As I mentioned in my previous videos, the cut of the shoe, or how high it goes or how low it goes, is not the main thing to look for when it comes to support. For me, it's actually how the shoe fit on your feet and how the material is actually implemented to support your movement when you're playing. And these just don't do it for me, especially with my size. I am obviously overweight and the material just doesn't give me any confidence at all on how supportive it is. I don't feel that they have put enough support on where it matters, and especially on the width of the shoe. It's really narrow and they haven't implemented any type of outrigger, so that is just a bit sketchy for me, especially for players my size or even bigger. So considering that, you might want to stay away from these if support and safety is your number one concern. But for people who are quite light on their feet and really agile, these are a pretty decent pair of shoes in terms of support, but you do need to be aware that this shoe won't actually support all of the movement types that you have in your playing arsenal. So just keep that in mind when you do plan on buying these and playing in them. So moving on to my two favorite things on this shoe, which are the traction and the cushion. So first off, the traction. At first glance, the pattern was really unusual to me, but when I examined them closely, it's just a basic herringbone pattern and it does its job quite well. You can notice from the B-roll that Adidas actually implemented a row of nubs in that herringbone system. Again, they felt really good and I didn't slip in them at all when playing in these, apart from when I first wore them, because somehow there's a type of coating on the rubber itself that needs to be rubbed off when you're So again, my two favorite things on this shoe is the traction and the cushion itself, and I would recommend these to you guys if traction and cushion are your number one priority when looking for a basketball shoe. However, I can't really recommend these to you guys because of the safety aspect of the shoe. As I mentioned, the support or lack of it doesn't give me any confidence in it whatsoever, so I can't really recommend these to you guys at all. With that said, that's just my personal opinion on the shoe. Who knows, because like the D-Rose to me, these might actually be your favorite shoes to ever play in. So that's it for my reviews of these shoes right here. I hope you find it really helpful because I haven't been able to find any other reviews of the shoes apart from just a few channels that unbox the shoes itself and not really giving the audience any type of feedback or any type of review of how the shoe actually feels and how they actually play. So I really hope that my opinions and my review is helpful to you guys. So if you like the video, don't forget to click on that thumbs up button, and if you love it, don't forget to subscribe. If you have any questions regarding the Adidas Gametalkers or any shoes that I have featured on my channel, don't hesitate to comment down below and I'll try my best to answer your questions as soon as possible. So that's it from me. Again, thank you all for tuning in. My name is Noel Jinguli and see you guys in the next one. Bye.